are building stronger schools together so that every scholar every day is ready for life.
We are celebrating the annual Veterans Day program with the Jim Hill High School. We are honoring the service of veterans, those who are currently serving and those who have served. It's very important that the students are educated and informed about the sacrifices that veterans have made throughout the history of our country. We also have a surprise award presentation, the Legion of Valor Bronze Cross. This is the highest award a cadet can receive, and we are very proud.
Welcome to Jim Hill's 2016 Annual Veterans Day program. I am Cadet Major Shamika Bell, the Personnel Officer for the Tiger Battalion.
I am Cadet Major Devario Marzetti, the Executive Officer for the battalion. I am also a senior, and I will be the Mister of Ceremony.
Cadets, please assist me in reciting the JROTC Cadet Creed. I am an Army Junior ROTC Cadet. I will always conduct myself to bring credit to my family, country, school, and course of cadets. I am loyal and patriotic. I am the future of the United States of America. I do not lie, cheat, or steal, and I will be accountable for my actions and deeds. I will always have decision-ship and patriotism. I will work hard to improve my mind and strengthen my body. I will seek the mantle of leadership and stand prepared to uphold the Constitution and mirror way of life. May God grant me the strength to always live by this creed.
I am Cadet Second Lieutenant Ruben Banks, the Assistant S3 for the Tiger Battalion. I am an IB sophomore, and I will give you the history of Veterans Day. World War I, also known as the Great War, was officially concluded on the 11th hour of the 11th day of November at 11 a.m. in 1918. On November the 11th of the following year, President Woodrow Wilson declared that day as Armistice Day in honor of peace. The first celebration using the term Veterans Day occurred in Birmingham, Alabama in 1947. In 1954, Congress passed a bill that President Eisenhower signed proclaiming November 11th to be Veterans Day. Today, Veterans Day is still observed on November the 11th as a national holiday to honor all veterans of the United States Armed Forces. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we are honored to have so many of you present, we would be remiss if you did not pause to remember those who cannot be with us today. At this time, Cadet Major Jaquan Bird will do a special presentation for our fallen comrades.
I am Cadet Major Jaquan Bird, and as Major Marzetti said, I will be honoring our fallen comrades. I am a senior here and the logistics officer for the Tiger Battalion. To my left is a small table which is set for one and is a place of honor. This table is our way of acknowledging that members of our proud profession of arms are missing from our midst. To honor those killed in action, prisoners of war, and those that are listed as missing in action. We call them brothers and sisters. They are unable to be with us this evening, so we remember them through the many symbols at this table. The tablecloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their intentions to respond to their country's call to arms. The single rose in the vase reminds us of those families and loved ones of our comrades in arms who have fallen. The red ribbon tied so prominently on the vase is reminiscent of the red ribbon worn upon the lapel and breast of thousands who bear witness to their underlying determination to demand a proper accounting for our missing. A slice of lemon is on the bread plate to remind us of their bitter fate. The salt is symbolic of the tears, theirs and ours. The glass is inverted. They cannot toast with us tonight. The chair is empty and tilted forward because they are not here with us today. Remember all of you who served with them and called them comrades, who depended upon their might and aid and relied upon them, for surely they have not forgotten you. Thank you. I will now be followed by Lieutenant Colonel Victoria Hawkins.
I am Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Victoria Hawkins, the Battalion Commander for the Jim Hill High School Tiger Battalion. I am a senior and I am truly elated to introduce our guest speaker, Brigadier General Margarett E. a Mississippi native. General Margarett E. Barnes has served the nation for more than 29 years. Brigadier General Barnes is currently employed as the retired director at the Office of Procurement, Mississippi Department of Education, Jackson, Mississippi.
Veterans Day actually started out as Armistice Day. And Armistice Day was very solemn, and it was a silent kind of tribute to the World War I veterans. World War I was supposed to be the war that ended all wars. Even though the battle has toned down quite a bit, there's still soldiers in harm's way. But this Veterans Day, we celebrate the triumph of the veterans that have served our country, our nation, that make it possible for you to come to school every day and learn. They make it possible for you to be able to go to college, to go to church of your choice. Because in some nations, the freedoms that you have here, they're just not the same. So we need to thank our veterans, and veterans need to let you know who they are. America has come to learn that you can separate the politics of a war with the participants that we send there to do the fighting for us so that we can continue to enjoy our freedoms. Those soldiers and the sailors and the Marines, they do what they are called to do when they raise their right hand and promise to defend our country, the country that we live in, the country that we should be so proud to live in, that we should defend ourselves. Over 44% of all new recruits in the military come from the South. I know that in this room, we don't have many people that don't know someone, is not related to someone, is not someone who has served in the U.S. military. And that makes me feel good. It makes the service members feel good, too, that they can talk to people and have support from the community that knows what they have been through, because most of our soldiers, if you talk to them, they will tell you. Some, it is too traumatic for them to talk about, but some of them will talk to you, and you will gain a whole new appreciation for what the people that wear the uniform go through. I do highly commend Colonel Willis and his cadre at Jackson Public School System for what they do in shaping the lives of the young cadets, because I know that if you get involved in JROTC, that you will have a sense of purpose, a focus, you will have a strength, you will know what it means to have discipline and get a good education. If you live in the United States of America, it is a privilege, and we all have the same cause. The same cause is to keep our country great by contributing whatever we can. And oh, by the way, while you are doing that contribution, you are also helping yourself and your family. May God bless your school, Jim Hill School. May God bless the Tiger Battalion, the city of Jackson, the state of Mississippi, and the United States of America. Hooah! Thank you.
Ma'am, on behalf of our principal, Mr. Elbert Smith, Jim Hill High School faculty and staff, and our above the rest JROTC battalion led by Senior Army Instructor Lieutenant Colonel Raymond Leonard, I would like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come give us those outstanding words of encouragement. I will also be presenting the Legion of Valor Bronze Cross Award to Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Victoria Hawkins. The Legion of Valor was organized on April 23, 1890 in Washington, D.C. by a group of Civil War and Indian War campaign veterans who are recipients of the Medal of Honor. At this inception, the name was the Medal of Honor Legion. The membership was augmented following Spanish campaign of 1898 and the following Philippines insurrection. The Legion of Valor Bronze Cross is awarded to one senior cadet per district who has a JROTC class standing in the top 25% of their class, has a school academic standing at the top 25%, and has most demonstrated exemplary military leadership. More than 500,000 high school students are enrolled in JROTC across the nation. However, only 23 Army, 16 Navy, 6 Valor Marine, and 1 Air Force cadet nationwide were approved for this award this year. Now Victoria Hawkins is the 2016 Army recipient of the Legion of Valor Bronze Award.
And did you add up the numbers as you go? There's only 46 in the whole United States that were awarded this award that she got. She is in the top of her senior class. She is the top of the JROTC program, one of the top in the state. You are going to have a great future, a great future. This is what the JROTC program can do for you. It can help you achieve your dreams. And congratulations, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Hawkins.
I know I can say thank you to everybody, involved in the JROTC program, especially Colonel Willis, Colonel Leonard, Major Branch, just to name a few names, and everybody else. Really just thank you for making this such the great program that it is, and giving people like me the opportunity to receive an award like this. And also thank you to Sergeant Corley for being my mom at school. It's really, I guess to the cadets, I really just want to say that we really have an amazing opportunity to be a part of an outstanding program. And when people see you with the uniform on, they expect so much of you. So I'm so thankful for this award, and thank you.
I Cadet 2nd Lieutenant Emmanuel Lewis, the Assistant Automation Officer for the battalion, as well as a senior here at Jim Hill High School. Who are veterans? Veterans are men and women who, for many reasons, don the uniform of our country to stand between freedom and dictatorship, to take up the sword of justice in defense of the liberties we hold dear, to preserve peace and to calm the winds of war. The title veteran must be earned. It is a title endowed by a grateful nation on citizens whose shoulders were broad enough to carry the weight of our common defense. It is a title that speaks of courage and sacrifice in the face of mortal danger. It is a title that speaks of compassion and heartbreak in the wake of the terrible cost of war. And it is a title that speaks of love of our country and of a belief in America's goodness and our strength. But as much as they may differ by gender, race, age, national origin, or profession, they share a common love for our great nation, a love great enough to put their very lives on the line if need be, to guarantee the way of life we enjoy today, and to secure that way of life for tomorrow's generations. Those who have served our nation in uniform are the best our society has to offer. We owe them our full support and our sincerest thanks. America's veterans did not shrink from battle. They did not yield to fear. They did not abandon their cause. All too often, they paid the ultimate price. By their example of courage under fire, they raised up a new nation, inspired by the dignity of the common man, a nation blessed with heroes and heroes' dreams, our veterans.
I'm Cadet Major Taisha Carson, a senior and the logistics officer for the Tiger Battalion.
I am Cadet First Lieutenant Dakota Young, and I am also a senior at Jim Hill High School.
We are at this place in our program where we would like to recognize our veterans who are with us today with a token of our appreciation.
At this time, I'll be followed by the Executive Officer, Davario Marzetti.
Will you please stand for the playing of taps by Justin Hale from our band and closing remarks from SAI Lieutenant Colonel Leonard.
We would like to thank all the veterans for taking the time out of their busy day and busy schedule to come out here to share Veterans Day with the Tiger Battalion. Also, I would like to thank the Tiger Band for doing such an excellent job. It was hard keeping this a secret from Victoria Hawkins, this Legion of Valor. let's just give her a round of applause and tell her this job well done. We would also like to honor another veteran, and I would probably tell you that he is the Iron Mike of the soldier in the Army, Sergeant Major Smith. Sergeant Major Smith, and this is what I just found out recently, has been in the military, do you mind me saying, longer than I've been alive? Okay. And that's 52 years of military service. Sergeant Major actually started out his career here at Jim Hill High School. He was an SAI. When you walk in that hallway, and if you look at all those photos of all the past cadets, you'll see Sergeant Major Clyde Smith. He's right there in the center. So he has done a lot for Jim Hill and the cadets in JPS, in the JROTC program. For all your hard work, dedication, for your leadership as a cadre, not only of Jim Hill High School and to JPS, we so humbly thank you for your service to our country and all of us. We greatly appreciate it.